Ladies and gentlemen, behold the most intimidating fucking opening I've ever seen in my childhood. Doom. And they never used that opening again, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I know they used that in like the very first teaser for Back in Action, but yeah. Oh, by the way, spoilers, we're playing Back in Action for the GameCube.
Looney Tunes Back in Action for the Nintendo GameCube. Quite literally the most exposure I've really had to this whole thing back when it came out in the early 2000s.
And this is going to be a fun video because I'm kind of in a similar boat where I definitely played this game a lot years ago, and quite a bit before I saw the movie. I did see the movie eventually, and I liked it fair enough, but I definitely had more experience with the game, and it's definitely going to show during this video. Real quick, this opening bit that's popping up is actually based on
Totally not Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah. But yeah, just to give it away, just as a slight spoiler, this is all a pitch that Daffy's gonna give for a movie. That's actually ripped from the alternate opening of the actual movie, where he's pitching this very same idea.
Why does Elmer look like that?
Oh, that's part of the pitch. You'll see in a bit.
Shiny.
By the way, that diamond looks nothing like it does in the movie.
If I have anything to say about it, evildoer, prepare to suffer the righteous fury of my oversized foam latex muscles.
What was that sound?
That's the muscles.
That sounded...
Hold it? What do you mean, hold it? Don't you want to see my righteous fury? It's really righteous.
It is.
It's really
I'm
righteous.
afraid you're just
Also, hello, not Drew Carey.
Yeah. Yeah, that's supposed to be the CEO, which is funny because in the film, the CEO is actually a pair of twins, like literal Warner Brothers.
Mr. Moral Support.
Ah, that's funny.
It's a smash hit. I love it. And to think I already went out of pocket.
Seriously
for
though,
the
that thing's fucking
price.
huge.
$5 at
Yeah.
the pawn shop.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot smaller in the movie, and it doesn't have the little
Okay, so
monkey
it's not an original
coating
concept.
behind it. Wait, what?
Did you say real?
Yes, real.
Wait, what?
At last I found it.
Chairman of Acme Industries.
Oh look, a man-child.
I
the
Yeah.
hell are
by
you?
taking over this
This is the CEO of Acme, who in the movie is an actual human played by Steve Martin, and he's actually the only original character from the movie that appears in the game. Which I'm fine with, because basically Steve Martin in that was basically a human Looney Tune in many respects.
Yeah, but the mask was a nice touch.
Ooh.
So yeah, those who didn't really like the more human aspects of the movie can, well, rest easy. This is all Looney Tunes all the time.
Big diamond! Big diamond! Yep, and dangerous in the wrong hands. So what do you think? You up for saving the world? Well, Schmerl, that thing's worth a fortune!
Good old Daff. Always thinking of money over morality.
You little lifetime of total financial
Yeah.
security.
Did someone say security?
Porky, after them!
And thus the game begins. We gotta catch ourselves a monkey.
But first, a game of Frogger, in a vague sense.
Oh, no.
Man.
Not Frogger.
Don't worry, controls an awful lot better than Frogger.
Thank God.
And unlike Frogger, you have unlimited lives.
Well, that's good to know.
Doop!
Oh, no.
Right
You
as you
became
said
roadkill.
Oh
Case in point.
no! Right as you said that.
This isn't what I signed up for.
Daffy Duck in Double Roadkill.
Oh God.
So, it should be said, Looney Tunes Back in Action, the game is basically your traditional collectathon platformer, where your main goal is to collect monkeys.
And it is plural because, slight spoiler alert, the whole goal that Daffy has is he has to find a particular monkey that has his diamond. You can tell it's the monkey when he has like a little top hat. Every monkey you get is like a fake, and the real monkey always gets away.
Softer feet.
So long, suckers!
Doop!
Whitey, keep
There you are.
abusing the monkey.
Because he'll eventually stop.
See?
Oops.
There's the real monkey.
Wrong monkey, Daff.
Yeah, that's gonna happen a lot, so get used to that.
Uh-huh.
It's a never-ending goose chase.
Doop!
Only a prop.
Special effects. Oh no, the diamond.
And meanwhile, Bugs is just here, not giving a shit.
Ay, ay, ay.
That's exactly what he's thinking.
And
So
now,
yeah, if it's not immediately obvious, now we're in control of Bugs.
and for the most
by the
part,
way, as far as
two
the
of
main,
them- oh, sorry.
as far as playable characters are concerned, these are the only two you have to worry about.
And as far as like controls go, they both control mostly the same. They can still run and jump and roll. The only difference is that Bugs can double jump, and he can also burrow underneath soft ground like this grass to like pop up treasure and go under obstacles. And Daffy can do kind of like a hover jump, and he can swim.
Hey, another 5 cents.
Makes sense.
Yeah, from what I remember, a lot of Daffy's abilities are mostly context sensitive, whereas Bugs kind of has them from the get-go. And yeah, you'll know if you can't switch between characters if they spew something like that.
Yeah, because those checkpoints
So
there, they ooh.
I bet they'd let us in there if we was dead.
He won't let you get past.
Nope.
Ah! Damn, Porky!
So yeah, we're gonna have to use our
Alright.
first.
First, we gotta collect ourselves some moolah so that we can actually rent ourselves a costume.
A nickel.
Yep.
Yeah, you're gonna have to collect a lot of money because you're gonna need that to buy a lot of stuff. And these Michigan J Frog statues, there's 20 of them in every level. If you get all 20, you get an extra, bit of money. And the bird seed, if you collect all 7 in a level, you pretty much unlock a little mini game that you can play that earns you another money.
Wear what to wear. Use your hula bunny costume, bud. That'll loosen 'em up a bit.
Jeez, take it easy, guys. It's just a door.
Oh my god!
Something funny
Oh,
about
hi.
that bunny, but I like it.
What up?
Daff, you might want to get that checked out.
Dancing like you've never danced before.
Oh, aren't you lovely?
Wow, what a bunch of losers.
No kidding, huh? You fell for it.
That Bugs only had 6 spells. Ooh, fresh.
Oh yeah, don't mind the fact that these two get pretty damn chatty throughout the entire game.
Yeah, that's honestly one of the few complaints I have with this game. Like, a lot of the dialogue, I do like the dialogue itself, but it kind of has the Sonic Boom problem where it repeats ad nauseum.
Ow! Hey, you flashed me.
Flash this!
Every little bit
By the way, it should be said you can actually kill off the flash photographers.
Yeah, ooh.
And I don't know how the
you
hell
got hit
that
by Speedy
happened.
by accident.
Ouch.
I didn't even see it. Let alone feel it.
Well, yeah, it's like, they don't call him Speedy for nothing.
I guess you're right. But just that didn't look bullshit at all. And by the way, don't be fooled. That is not Elmer Fudd in a security guard. It's just a generic mook that looks like him.
Yeah, we don't see Elmer until we get to Paris, which, yeah, I guess we can go ahead and explain this. The game has, like, I think 5 different hub worlds based off locations that you do see in the movie. We have the Warner lot first, then Paris, then Vegas, then Area 52, and then finally Africa.
Africa.
Well, that's where the blue monkey was found from.
Yep.
But a star nonetheless. Gee, you try to help some people. I'm doomed, Bugs. There's one.
And now we got ourselves another problem. Suddenly, there's a whole bunch of wanted posters with Daffy's mug on them.
Always on the run.
He's being framed.
Man with one arm. Say, Dan
Get it?
drafted
Framed.
me. I could bash old
Framed and hung on the wall. Now we gotta go bash him.
you a few bucks.
And
I would
yeah,
argue the logic behind it, but then again, it is a cartoon.
Right here for you.
Yeah, and you pretty much have to bash all the posters, because if you try to get Daffy out before you bash them all, he'll just dive back underground.
Duck.
Yeah, he's a little camera shy at the moment.
Hey, another 5 cents.
Doop.
How lovely, Bugs.
Get spotted by the cops.
When do we go to the
Oop.
donut shop?
So, I guess
Oh
we can
yeah,
go-
by the way, that's something that's a little low key. Whenever you try to jump on a box, you literally just bounce off them.
Yeah. So I guess I can probably ask, since we're kind of in a small lull before we get to any more interesting stuff, have any of you girls ever seen Back in Action?
I remember seeing, I think, the ending of it, but I hardly remember it because, like, I've only seen it once.
That's fair. What about you, Sis?
Hey, a nickel.
I haven't seen it.
I would recommend
thing is-
I'd recommend giving it a watch. Like, it definitely. I will say in some aspects it definitely has a better handle on Looney Tunes than Space Jam does, but at the same time it's also kind of all over the place in places.
I just tend to hear that the main problem is just the whole human interaction in the overall movie. Like, there's not enough attention put on the Looney Tunes themselves.
Yeah, that's fair. Like, that's not to say that they completely get shafted. Like, they definitely get like a handful of moments to themselves, but it's like they try to put a little bit more focus on the humans, which is fine, except for the fact that they're not quite as interesting as the tunes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brendan Fraser really isn't the kind of star that denotes all of your attention, especially when the subject is fucking Looney Tunes.
Yeah. Although, to the film's credit, like I mentioned, I do think that Steve Martin is actually one of the funnier characters in the film. Like, he holds
Well, that's
nothing
good.
back.
Yeah.
Well, I'd hope so. It's fucking Looney Tunes.
And
It's
also,
he honestly should.
and what's also funny is that it was also one of the first roles of his I've really seen. And if you look how he is in that film compared to how he usually is, it's like, you would not recognize
Whoa.
him, like, especially how he looks.
Who's the boss now, eh?
Each day to the tour bus, yeah?
Ah,
What?
I don't get it either. Have a good day, sir.
Before the whole Acme thing, or just
But yeah, we were talking about Granny over there, and every level, you'll see Tweety and Sylvester, up to their old antics. Kind of like right there. You'll see them 3 times. If you stop Sylvester from getting Tweety all 3 times, Granny will reward you with a monkey.
I'm not feeling quite myself.
Help, the pretty cat's about to swallow me.
Doof.
Help,
pretty-
the pretty cat's about to swallow me.
Oh, what a pretty little birdie.
Did I do the impression right?
Yeah, I'd say that was for
sounds
fine
good enough to me.
you know they say that carrots.
It's been a long time since I've done Tweety, and I haven't voiced him like professionally, but you know.
Want some poke?
Dupe.
So much for him.
Oh, I thought that would have worked.
You busted free.
Yeah, these guys are kind of hard to kill immediately, because you can kill them, but it's like, I think what I would suggest doing is like rolling into them so that way you can still be moving while you're hitting them.
That's fair.
Alright.
Though honestly, it doesn't on him.
Weight in gold.
For the few times I did try to do it, it didn't kill them right away, and they still ended up grabbing me anyway.
Now,
Yeah, it's fickle, but I think it's a little bit more efficient. Oh, hey, Foghorn.
breed, it's fine.
Hey, Foghorn.
I love Foghorn. He's cool.
Let's
Now,
give him a good whack.
I was about to say, Foghorn here actually serves an interesting purpose, is that he technically has monkeys, and if you pay him certain amounts of money, he can actually sell you said monkeys.
Okay.
Yeah, not sure why they didn't register the first time, but yeah, if you ever whack on Foghorn, he'll lend your attitude back at you tenfold.
Ah!
In fact, I think a lot of NPCs do that. Like, I think Granny does it once. Maybe not in this video, but I know she does it sometimes.
Okay,
Gotcha.
I never really tried that for myself. I just know it the most with Foghorn because honestly, he seems like the kind of cock I would whack with a hammer.
Go, you
Yeah.
long-eared dirt-moving machine.
Yep, and there's an
And
example
it is
of
immediately
Bugs.
funny. It is immediately. I'm not gonna lie. I just find it so fucking. I find it so hilarious that you whack on him and then he immediately his AI is registered so that he always follows you until he delivers that good old smack in the face.
Yeah.
Going back to the mall.
Even more so when he actually does have one of his multiple quotes.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
And there we have it. Daffy's a free duck.
Duck? They could have at least got my good side.
Well,
And yeah, just going back real quick to that burrowing move, like I said, when Bugs burrows underground, he can also unearth treasures. When you're just walking around, you can tell if there's something buried underground by the rumble in your controller.
go ahead. Make my day.
Which, for what it's worth, it is convenient, but if you have that shit turned off...
I'm innocent, I tells ya. Innocent.
Come on, come on.
There you are, Bugsy. Anyway, I mean, the rumble helps, but I think you can also tell if there's any thing you can unearth, if there's like a glow.
Oh,
Like,
that
right
also
above it.
helps. But it kind of goes back and forth. Like, I think, like, I think only the important stuff you have to dig up glows. Now, get
So
the
yeah, we
monkey.
free Daffy, and we got ourselves another monkey.
Nice work, bud. Have yourself a carrot on me.
Aw, what a good pal.
I lost the diamond. A future of luxury and security. Don't worry, Daff. All we gotta do is check the map screen. Look.
I will admit, if there's one other thing I do like about the cutscenes, they do get a little meta with the overall game mechanics. At least with this cutscene.
Look,
Yeah.
Paris, France. Gay Paris, city of berets, fondue, and hunchbacks. You know, in
Especially the
all of
hunchbacks.
Europe, I'm
Yeah.
considered a genius. Paris, and make it snappy.
Alright?
Take a check.
Dupe.
Nope.
Why, that's highway robbery. Where
Yeah,
do
he's
we
not
get
exaggerating.
that
Like,
kind of dough?
you also need money to get access to some of the other levels, and they do cost quite a heft.
Back in there, there was.
Oof. Wow, that's a lot of moolah.
Why don't you grab
And a
some
lot
of
of
that money by
monkeys.
yourself, pal? I'll just
Oh.
cheer you on, you know, from way back here. Where's the angle is better for survival.
Again, that is kind of cute that they do sort of do reference like the overall game mechanics.
Button, okay?
Yeah.
Right down to, well, the bubble.
Yeah, right down to the bubble. And you actually can, not at this point in the game, you actually can freely swap between Bugs and Daffy.
Did you ever get the feeling you was being
Which is appreciated.
Hmm.
So yeah. Now it's time to start exploiting this place for what it's worth with both Daffy and Bugs.
I'll be right back, guys. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, also, yeah, and there it goes with swapping. And those, Acme, the Acme boxes that you're passing there, not only do they act as checkpoints, but if you hit them, it'll automatically deliver the character you're not playing as to your location.
Ah!
This walking is boring. I want to run.
Ow.
One of these games
Yeah.
before.
So,
Oh,
just
damn it!
Oof.
Again.
Speedy. But anyway, while I was... See, just like that.
You want little old me to go?
But yeah,
Hey,
actually,
were you saying
now
I-
that I am kind of curious. Like, I did mention Space Jam earlier. Have you ever seen Space Jam, sis?
Indiggable too.
No.
I mean, it's okay. I would say it's worth watching once, but only once, just to see how even with the high quality standards of Looney Tunes animation, it could still be something of a train wreck.
Yeah, it's for the most part it's harmless, but for Looney Tunes standards, it's kind of stupid.
For me, will ya?
Well, okay, well, how about just Looney Tunes in general? Like, do you have any particular favorite, like, specials or characters?
It's a long story, so I'll spare you for now.
Well, we still got a good ways to go throughout this video, so why don't you go ahead and start now?
I don't even know where to start.
Interesting.
Well, can you tell us the name of the short that you've seen? Or special?
For this, I left
If you don't remember the name, you could just give us, like, a short description of it.
how it's supposed to be done.
I actually don't have any favorite specials.
The rabbit.
Okay, well, how about characters?
I'm back.
Bugs Bu-
Hey, you.
Welcome back, Jordy.
Jordy.
Hooray! I'm
Bugs Bunny, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Anyone else?
So what did I miss?
Oh, we were just asking Celie her favorite Looney Tunes.
Oh, okay.
Well,
yeah.
movie stars sure are short.
And yeah, Daffy literally just obliterated a fucking fan.
Mm-hmm. Actually, since you're back, Jordan, I guess I can ask you, Jordan, have you seen Space Jam?
Yes, it's my childhood.
Ah,
Gimme. This ain't fair.
Why, dude? Is that
oh,
bad?
there's Sylvester again.
Give him a good old whack.
Sneaky little puss now.
Doot,
Just a
doot,
few
doot,
seconds more.
doop.
I don't think you heard me.
Oh, yeah, I heard you. You said Space Jam was your childhood.
I asked if that was a bad thing.
Not really. I mean,
Yeah, it's kind of like...
kids get fed stupid shit all the time.
Yeah, it's kind of like what I was saying with Gems. It's like, the film is mostly harmless, but for Looney Tunes standards, it could be a lot better. And actually, speaking of Space Jam, this little minigame, you pretty much have to, like, throw chickens at these targets. If you're playing as Bugs, and you throw these, there is a chance he actually will reference Space Jam.
Really, what does he say?
Hey, I still got my Space Jam skills.
Oh, well, that's good. But yeah, honestly, I don't know why I find this so funny. Just Daffy literally chucking semi-realistic chickens onto targets like this, and honestly, if you accidentally whack onto them or whatever, they do explode.
Whoop.
Or
But
like
fortunately,
that.
yeah. But fortunately, if you step on the switch again, you'll respawn more. Like so.
Hello, chickens. Oh, damn it! I pressed the button by accident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm not gonna blame you. It is kind of easy to do.
5 cents. Woo-hoo.
At the very least, it's
There you go.
okay. There we go. At the very least, yeah, they're always in constant supply. And it's not like the explosions can hurt you. And honestly, this is one of the only few times where they make you do something like that, as far as I know.
Yeah. Well, actually, I don't think it's the only time, but I do remember them being sort of sparse. Whoa.
No, this ain't no solo game.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Ah.
How'd he even get
My
you
neck.
that time? You weren't anywhere near him.
I'm late. I'm late.
The game's hit detection can be a little shoddy at times. Not gonna mince words.
Yeah, I'm not gonna disagree with you on that. It's like, I haven't had... That's probably the worst I've seen it get, though.
Oh boy, looks like a whole bunch of Jeff Bennett's of going all crazy with the go-karts. So that should be our call to. That should actually be our call to hop on one too, right? Unfortunately, no. As just regular Daffy or regular old Bugs, we don't really have permission to ride these go-karts, so we must call upon the powers of Duck Danger.
Yeah, it's basically that persona that Daffy was trying to pitch at the beginning of the game.
It's danger time. Danger, danger.
And as this persona, like, first off, you are invincible, and second off, once you have this costume, you can actually partake in a lot of, like, a lot of events that you can't do as any of the regular tunes, like, for example, this. And I think one of my favorites is in the Las Vegas section, where you are basically in a wrestling match with that one wrestler character.
Don't you know who I work for?
So yeah, basically, have you ever played Shine Thief in Mario Kart?
This is basically
Think
what
that,
we're doing.
Think that, but the
Careful.
opposite.
What was that,
You
George?
have to make sure that the bombs.
I said careful.
Oh.
Actually, no. Shine Thief isn't even. Okay, I guess Shine Thief really isn't the most accurate. We're essentially just playing hot potato with go-karts.
Yeah.
You're basically
And-
playing tag.
Yeah, it's like tag. You're it.
Come on, there you go.
One down.
One down, 3 more to go.
And the timer does get shorter with every consecutive one you hand it off to, but it's never to a point where you're in like a massive rush, I guess. Only if you're not too familiar with this kind of control.
Peter, you're getting in my way.
Right.
The road, you maroon. Nickels.
Nickel.
But yeah, basic. But yeah, just don't mind the massacre of Jeff Bennett you're about to witness.
It's the only way we can get these carts to stop. Round 3.
Good thing the blast radius wasn't so close to us that we got affected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, would that suck. But yeah, just don't mind him. I'm just honestly surprised that we have to rely on this persona just to do something as mundane as driving on a golf cart.
Well, it's golf carts that are going insane.
They're going dangerous. Like that.
Final round.
All right, now it's time for the last round, and well, I mean, I guess to this thing's credit, with how shorter the fuse gets with every round, it doesn't. Excuse you, sir. I am a man.
5 cents. Woo-hoo.
He was
think
just saying, do you know who I work for?
I thought he called us a D girl.
Oh, that's right. I don't get that, to be honest. Like, why a D girl?
Me neither.
Challenges bigger than that for
Who knows?
And thus, bootleg Batman saves the day, but the monkey got away.
Now you need Bugs' double jump to get up into the studio HQ.
Yeah, because Daffy can only flap his arms for so long.
I hear and I obey. You know, there ain't no shame in acknowledging your limitations. Sure, I'll spell you for a while, Dad.
You know, 3 of those things are essentially the same thing, Bugs.
Yeah, like I said, it's like I like the dialogue, but again, kind of like with Sonic Boom, it's like the audio placement could be a little less frequent.
Seriously.
Yeah.
But that said, for what you girls have been seeing so far, I mean, what do you think of it?
Here, you little
Not bad. It's wacky, you know, comical. Snap,
I
snap.
was just say the same thing.
Yeah.
It's wacky.
Oof.
You could say it's a little loony.
Oh, that's right. That's right. It is Looney.
Okay, one more hit.
And actually, I just realized, I think this is the same. I get the feeling this is the same area where we had that little presentation earlier.
Yeah, with the opening cutscene.
yeah,
Whoa,
it is.
what just happened?
Well, hello.
That explosion was caused by the water tower it exploded, and now the freaking studio's flooded.
Yeah. They never do explain what caused that.
It just happens.
That's fair.
Though it does lead to a admittedly amusing little set piece.
Yeah. Go first.
Sorry, no autographs.
They touched me.
They cost an arm and a leg.
They touched me.
Oh, but before we go,
Whee!
look,
I
there's
love
Tweety.
kitten
Tweety? Oh.
It's a nice foot massage. When the granny's away.
Are we not going to talk about the fact that Tweety was literally just phasing from the ground?
I'm famished.
Oh, yeah, that happens. There you go.
Fuckatash. Someone done pinned my ears back.
Help! The pink cat's about to swallow me.
Did you miss your
Wait, oh,
Hello, and suddenly
Granny
I made a granny appear.
I will say that that's not actually supposed to happen. She's supposed to actually just walk on screen. I'm guessing because of the blocks, because of the boxes in the area, it just kind of made her just go boop instead of actually walking like she's supposed to.
So yeah, let's just say that
occurred.
running this game on Dolphin, it's not perfect. And whenever you say like that menu pops up, the audio starts glitching out like crazy.
Gotcha.
So I just skipped ahead to when things stopped happening and things get interesting.
Look at Daffy having a
Now,
ball.
Dave, how'd you get in this predicament all of a sudden?
I'd rather not talk about it.
So yeah, take that warning to heart. Bugs can't swim in water, even though I'm pretty sure there's been times throughout his career that he did. But let's forgo those for now. So now we gotta go reach over to Daffy.
And just keep an eye on the boxes themselves. Like, these regular brown boxes, they're fine, but the boxes that have, like, Acme printed on them, they will sink.
Gotcha. I gotta say though, this water looks weirdly refreshing.
Yeah, it's like, for like a licensed game, this actually looks crisp and tasty.
Honestly, makes me want to go for a dip. It's just a shame I have swimmers here.
Yeah. Well, also the fact that it's winter.
Yeah.
By the you pretty much gain instant hypothermia if you even dared.
In fact, it's so wintry,
Anyway.
I think it actually is starting to snow here. Like, I looked outside and the snow is actually starting to fall. No guarantee of how long it'll stick, but...
It's supposed to snow for us tomorrow into Friday.
Nice.
Well, have
There
fun
we
with
go.
that.
I am not gonna have fun with that. I have work tomorrow.
Aw. No time for snowmen.
Hurry up and get in
Okay,
your bubble.
bye.
And now Bugs takes Daffy's place, and now Daffy's here. Daffy gets to save the day. Because being a duck, he naturally can swim.
There you go.
And it's
And
just so it's so amusing to me that there's actually these little bathroom plugs all across the studio that we suddenly have to pull.
Yeah.
Yep.
And like he said, you probably saw it in the corner, but during those sections where he's pulling them out, you have to rapidly press the Z button, otherwise he will start to lose his grip.
I hear the siren song of sunken treasure.
Right.
Let me at.
Sorry, Daff, no sunken treasure in this studio.
He's
It's all
probably
been taken
just
by the
referring to
executives.
these. Oh.
Or for all we know, all that treasure he's spouting out is nothing more than studio props.
But, yeah, we have a few more of these to find. I will say, though, just going off this, like I mentioned, like, I do have quite a bit of history with this game. I've actually beaten it, like, twice, so it's nice to go back to this game and just... Yeah, honestly, I'm really tempted to try to find it myself just to see how well it's aged gameplay-wise. Like, obviously, I'm not quite sure if I could take an emulator fully for granted because, you know, like James says, it isn't perfect.
I mean, it runs fine enough for me that I was able to dedicate a look at to it in the first place.
Holy smokes! It's like a wishing well down there.
Fuck, it's like the biggest wishing well I've ever seen. But
Like anybody would have known. In your eye, Mark.
oh yeah, the water here is obviously fucking chilly. So I mean, Good thing he's a duck. Otherwise, this would be very awkward.
Also, something I'm kind of curious about, like, now that since they pretty much drained the entire contents of the water tower, where are the Warners themselves? Oh.
They were on vacation. And the studio used that time to actually fill it up with water like they're supposed to.
Sure, I'll give
Yeah.
it a go.
Now that the Warners
Now,
drained,
why they didn't
we
just
have
stick to the
access to
WB
another
studio
area.
is beyond me. Oh, well, hey, look at that. There's a monkey going up the water tower. Well, it's a good thing we're all drained up, but, actually, going back to my experiences with the game real quick, I was able to get pretty far into the game, like, near the end, but then I got blocked by that gate at the very end.
Yeah, the gate,
That
because...
requires you to catch every single monkey in the game.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna, like,
Ah!
Oh, come on!
And I'm not gonna devalue James of this, that getting every single monkey in the game is pretty arduous in and of itself. Like, it's like, I wouldn't think, for the most part, they're pretty manageable, but there are like a handful of them that are really obnoxious to get.
Seriously? Don't mind some of Daffy's deliveries being later than they should.
What just happened?
I don't know, and honestly, I don't care. I just want to get that monkey, damn it.
Yeah.
He has my diamond.
Honestly, him just phasing through the clouds like that, I could see that happening in like a Looney Tunes short. Like him thinking that they are tangible, but yeah.
Oh yeah, and for those that are already missing Mr. Manchild Acme, honestly, he doesn't even make an appearance in the game until the very end.
Yeah.
Like the game just forgets about him after the intro.
Oop.
Oh, come on.
Fucker.
There you are.
Oh. Hey, out of the shot.
To get back down to Earth safely, use the stairs. Or you can just
By the
fall
way, it's a good
down
thing
off the cloud.
By the way, it's a good thing we live in a universe where we can actually stand on the clouds, even fantards.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, see, this is the travel fare to get to the next level. Unfortunately, we don't have $200 additional to spend, so we're gonna have to stop there. Or do I?
Do you?
Nah, I do show off one last thing.
And what's
Traffic
that?
attack. Basically, when I was saying earlier about the minigames that you can play that have Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote, this is them. Like, in the main game, you can go through these throughout each of the worlds to try to get a monkey. However, this particular version that you get right from the start is mainly just an endurance run.
Yeah, it's just for the fun of it, and to test your mettle against this gradually going faster kind of level.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, seriously, look at him go!
And it does get a lot faster as you go on, so yeah, you really do need to have keen reflexes for this.
I can only imagine how much fun Jordy and Steely would have if they ever played this. Massive quotes there.
Yeah, it does make me kind of wonder, like, of all the Looney Tunes games that we've shown or even talked about, which ones they would probably get a bit of a kick out of. Like, I'd argue they would like this, and Cheap Raider especially. I'm trying to think of what else they would like.
I'm not sure, honestly.
Honestly, as far as other Looney Tunes games are concerned, it's kind of hard for me to say. Like, this and Sheep Raider, and I guess to some extent, Bugs Bunny Travels in Time, or whatever that game was called.
Oh, but Lost in Time, yeah.
Lost in Time, that's it.
I think Sealy might get into that a little bit easier, since that's basically a Mario 64 clone.
Yes.
Yeah, both it and its sequel.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm. Bugs Bunny and Taz and Time Busters. That one was alright. And ow! Ouch. And thus the status quo was once again fulfilled. So, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed our rather long-winded look at on Looney Tunes back in action for the Nintendo GameCube. I mean, didn't really intend for it to be this long, but I guess I just got so invested into going through the entirety of Warner Brothers Studios that I just let it stick. So, hope you all enjoyed. See you next time.
Ta-da.
Bye bye.
Go home, folks.